Friday, May 3rd, 2019, and we got some new channel artage. He's been quiet the entire time I've been home. Waited for the intro. But yes, we've got new art by the lovely Sita Duncan. She's fantastic. You can check her out. Sita Art, various places. Sita Duncan, you can find her. Gecko's Art, you could find her. Does fantastic work, as you can see. But yeah. Also, we've a slight upgrade. I seem to have, via lighting, I seem to have fixed 90% of the problem with the green screen. We do still have this little tear off to the left there, but that's just gonna have to be there for now. So eventually we'll get these problems completely sorted out. So until then, let's jump back into some rank before I have to head on out. We're gonna keep running our Bolas deck, which we got off of Jim Davis. It's been working out well. We played like actually one game of ranked with it against another Grixis deck, and we won, so it's a good deck then. So I'm interested to jump back into it, see what we get, see how we do. Gonna be a short stream today. Well, we have a Thought Erasure and all of our card draw, and the ability to cast Thought Erasure on turn 2. So go ahead and keep. We're going second, which is, oh dear. Well, they may very well go ahead and Thought Erase us before we get a chance to Thought Erase them. Alright, so we didn't get Thought Erased. Let's go see what they're playing. Esper? Kind of a mid-rangey looking look to it. I'm not too worried about a lot of this. I prefer the Bellhaunt not come into play. We're not really going to need Bedevil. We have a Bedevil in our hand. We're not really worried about creatures. We can kill his Teferi when it comes out. Oh, we can actually just hit it with a Duress. What's that? Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll hit the Teferi. This does really well against. Yeah, 100% win rate. That's right. It does really well against control, honestly, because if you get the early discard effects, you can remove a lot of the see, okay, we can play. Let's play Bolas. They're gonna discard. They're probably gonna end up using Kaya's Wrath if they get the chance. Which, oh, they don't have enough mana. They don't have the right colors for it, so they're just gonna be sad. Or, you know, they'll just Vraska's Contempt. Well, I was just about to say Vraska's Contempt. All right, so we'll make them discard. We'll make them discard the Kaya's Wrath now. And we're sitting in a fantastic spot. Yeah, when you're Esper in top deck mode. All right, now we can Eugen. I think we go ahead and Eugen. So now we have card draw in the form of creatures. I kind of love draft. Do you, Rigel? You had a good run with draft? Oh, I would love to sacrifice my 2/2 token. Alright, so I get that back. That's fine. It's a watery grave. 7-0 with Orzhov. Holy crap! Nice. Nice. So we got another 2/2. He's gonna make us discard soon. We'll discard the land. And then the turn after, he's gonna get a creature. Yeah, 7-0 is fantastic. Alright, well, Chandra. We've got 2 mana, so let's go ahead and check what it is. We'll be able to cast something.
It's gonna be bad for you.
Okay. That's fine. I don't really mind that. Yeah, Orzhov is spelled actually Orzhov. So, but yeah, I get you. Alright, so discard the land. No, wait. Orzhov. Orzhov. OV. No, it's still with the V. It's Orzhov. I'm just gonna go with black. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'm perfectly happy with that. Because, like, when I came back to the game after not being in it for a while, I was like, you know, like, oh yeah, cool. Talking to people that are like slinging around like, oh yeah, all the guild names, and then like all of the like 3-color shard names, and I'm like, I don't remember what like any of these are. Can we just say what colors they are? But yeah, it's yeah. So that was pretty good. Just absolutely dumpstered that Esper player. That was like the perfect hand against Esper though, for sure. I mean, yes please. We have a duress and a thought eraser in our opening hand. 2 different kinds of Nicol Bolas and a hostage taker. This should be pretty good. All right, so we'll pay. They're playing mono red. So we'll take their lightning strike. Ooh, can you get? I actually have a budget deck I'd like to throw together. You might be able to help you out here. I was thinking about like because I know you like discard there, Rigel, and Davriel is probably one way. Like, he's an uncommon planeswalker that could work out pretty well for you. So I like made a list. I'm pretty sure it should work. So we'll get rid of that. Yep, I'm happy with the thought eraser on the top. I mean, it's gonna, like, we're playing really slow here, but he might just race us to the you know, to the kill, but now the question, of course, next is when I thought erase next, do I take the light up this, or not the light up the stage, skewer the critics, or do I go for his Pyromancer? Because the Pyromancer is going to enable Wizard's Lightning for cheap. That might be what I like about Draft Lol. Everyone's deck is sort of going, yeah, like Draft is nice for those reasons. Like, you kind of like, everyone's pretty limited. All right, yeah, we get rid of the Pyromancer. All right, we can't cast Fusion, so he's got to go. We need to get into a land here. We're already down to half life. Now I'm wondering if we main deck Moment of Craving at all. I don't think we do. He's running. Yeah, he is running out of steam. He's about, like, he Bane fires. That was really weird. See, the problem is we don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, if we don't, he has lightning, or he has a risk factor in the graveyard, which he could jumpstart. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. He's just gonna top deck us through. I made a mistake with that Thought Eraser. Well, I have to decline. So now he's got cards. And I'm like pretty much... Alright, well I got a land. But I don't think I can get any... I can't cast Enter the God. If I could cast Enter the God of Turtles, I'd be okay. We're running 26 land in this deck, by the way. That was just a failure mulliganing on my part, I guess. I don't know. I saw 2 lands with this deck since it's 26 lands. I thought we were okay. All right. Well, maybe. Well, the problem is if he has like any damage spell at all, we're dead. And he's not gonna willingly discard it, but we'll see. He throws out a good old take those odds anyway. It's actually unlucky to start. Yeah, it is actually unlucky. Alright, shock, hit, he sacks, and we die. Or he does that. Yeah. Thing is though, like when we scryed, I could have just I delayed myself. I should have used the scry to get us to a land instead of being like, oh, I like Thought Erase. It's like, yeah, it's so let's do this budget. I didn't want to like start off with the budget, assuming like I didn't know if you were really, you know, if you were to show up like immediately, Rigel. So we start. Can I just actually import? Where's my? All right, I just need to go to my MTG Goldfish. Do you think managing mana system is better than Hearts? Yes, land is better than not land, and there's a reason for that. It adds a layer of complexity to the game that I think is great, because like the thing about land is that you're not just like kind of like, you know, oh, it's like you get land screwed or whatever, but like, yeah, like the variance matches, they suck to play in, but at the same time the idea is that you're playing with like your lands can do things. Yeah, the random element is frustrating, but like that's part of deck building, is like making sure that you provide yourself with enough economy for the strategy you're attempting to do. And it's why Magic is really not meant to be played in best of one. So in that way, I think Arena's primary format is a little scuffed, because Magic's really not meant to be played this way. But traditional still exists, and so I think it's just kind of like one of these things where like we want to be playing in traditional if we want to have like kind of better games. The decks that do very, very well in best of one tend to be at the extremes. Mid-range does not do very well in best of one usually, because there's just a lot of, you know, there's a lot of randomness to your own games that smooth out when you are playing when you're playing best of three, whereas you could really take advantage in best of one with either an extreme aggro deck or an extreme control deck. Because if you're running a mid-range deck, you're trying to like take care of like both extremes. Like you're playing against both walls, both the aggro wall and the control wall, whereas both of those players aren't. So like it doesn't matter if you hit a control deck and you're a mid-range deck, you know, you're gonna. I'm not going on a completely different tangent now. Suffice to say, yes, when it comes down to it, getting land screwed sucks. Getting color screwed sucks. It doesn't feel good. But strategically, it lends the game a different sort of feel to it, and it lends it a complexity that's just it's so nice. That again, like having your land also serve different functions is quite cool. So I always forget the import system doesn't really work that way. So we import the deck. Do I need to craft things for this? That'd be hilarious if I do. What do I need to craft? Is like some Ixalan stuff or something? Oh, actually, I'm missing one Davriel and like one Duress. At least Duress of that art. Let's not use the pirate art. Let's use the import system is a little funky like that when you have the different versions of the cards in. So we need to craft one Davriel. Okay. So what we're doing here is we have duress. Our big you know, discard cards are our duress, plague crafter. Plague crafter is kind of twofold. When he hits the board, both players either sacrifice a creature, and if they don't have a creature to sacrifice, they discard a card. So the idea being, yeah, you drop the plague crafter and like either it's creature kill or it's discard. So it's kind of flexible in that manner. Basilica Bellhaunt, when it hits the table, they discard a card. You gain 3 life. It's a nice chunky blocker. So it keeps us alive. We're running some Kai's Wrath. We have like 8 rares in this deck. I'm only running 4 Godless Shrine. I'm not running the Isolated Chapel. Obviously, if you want to craft the rest of the dual lands, you can. Otherwise, not so much. Yeah. So then you get some Mortifies. These kill. If they're playing a control deck, you run into a control deck. You kill Search for Ensconce 100% with Mortify. Otherwise, you just murder creatures as they come out, basically. Keep yourself safe. Davriel is kind of the linchpin and how we win. So at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player, if they have 1 or fewer cards, Davriel does 2 damage to them, and he can make them discard. So we have 4 of these, and so our idea here is to just lock them on few cards and then burn them out over time while we just absolutely murder everything they drop. And then we throw in a single copy of Dawn of Hope just in case our Davriel isn't closing the game out. Dawn of Hope can easily close the game out in a long stretch. And Eldest Reborn also discards cards and gets us creatures back. Likely their creatures, but we might get ours too. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna try this out. I will be doing it actually in ranked as well. So I'm gonna do it in best of 1. I feel like this is a best of 1 deck as well. Like I feel like it's possible that in best of 3 this could get boarded against to the point where it might be difficult to come back. However, if you develop a good sideboard for it for different matchups, you might be able to make it work in best of 3 as well. But yeah, just off the top of my head, this feels like a deck that's going to take advantage of best of 1. All right, so we have Moment of Craving, we have Plague Crafter, and we have Davriel. This is pretty much a perfect hand, I think. I mean, I would prefer to have like 1 less planes and a duress, but I'm not gonna complain too hard. The win kind of my older deck was yeah. So what I like about this versus Megrim is that one of the problems with Megrim is that eventually you get to a point in the like mid to late game where your opponent won't have any cards, and then you can't make them discard any, and then they don't ever lose life from Megrim. So what Davriel does is he rewards you for emptying your opponent's hand, which is really nice. Okay, we're against mono red. We will probably trash this if I have to guess. That's why I like running bounce cards. Yeah, when I was trying to run Megrim decks too, I'd run in black blue and then like do a lot of bounce effects, like throw stuff back into their hand and then make them discard it. Because that's always good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let him go. So I'm gonna hold the Moment of Craving. Depending on what he plays, I'm gonna Moment of Craving like something. If he attacks with the goblin without, I'm just gonna succumb and start referring to him as Diagonal Monkey. Just because it's too hilarious. So yeah, he's gonna attack with the Diagonal Monkey, and I'll go ahead and pass. I almost thought he was already pushing the creature forward. All right, so we Moment of Craving one of the dudes there. He can sack a response to Plague. He could, well, it's tap sack. So once it's tapped, he can't get the damage effect. Now the question is, for 3 mana, do I want to run that out? I might actually just wait a turn, because then I can either cry or I can Bell Haunt. So I'm not going to play Crafter just yet. I'll go ahead and take this hit. If he runs out like a bunch more creatures, I'll cry. Okay, he didn't do that, so I'm gonna drop Basilica Bellhaunt. We're gonna go up into the swamp, drop the Bellhaunt. If he shoots the Bellhaunt, we actually win. That's what's lovely about this too. It's like against mono red with burn, like if he uses his burn spells to kill our stuff, it's great. Like to someone to say the praise with Deckmaster. Yes, dude. Like when I was pointed out to that Twitch enhancement, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is literally the best thing ever. Because like not even being an affiliate yet, like I can only stream in like 720p, so like a card game I feel like can occasionally be a bit of an issue where it's like, what is that card? But with this, it's like, no, you see it in high res, you can read it all yourself. It's great. It's fantastic. All right, he sacks. Oh, he's gonna light up the stage, I assume. Ah, okay. I always feel rewarded when I guess these things right. Because another light up the stage. Oh no. So he's gonna draw cards like a person. It's the only way I can dream about keeping up with what Lux is talking about. Yeah, especially since I sit there and talk at 1,000,000 miles an hour. All right, so we get a duress. I mean, we can make him sack. All right, he's got that. He's got to. Okay, so he's gonna eventually throw down more creatures, so let's go ahead and wait for a second. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he's got a lot of stuff. All right, so we're gonna get rid of that. Do we just go Davriel and down tick? I think we do. We go Davriel, we down tick. Now there's a good chance that he actually burns Davriel here, but that's fine, because again, the more burn spells we get him to throw at our stuff, the better. Would you like him to discard lightning bolt or a lightning bolt or a lightning bolt? Yeah, pretty much, right? For some reason, this standard, they were like, what if we printed 8,000 versions of lightning bolt? It's crazy. All right. Now, oh, he does have Steamkin down. Okay. This is going to be hilarious. All right, so he doesn't attack. I get Kaya's Wrath. I don't think we Kaya's Wrath. I think we just go ahead and cry. Which will make our opponent cry, which is hilarious. All right, so we cry. Leaves us with enough mana open to cast Plague Crafter as well. So we can actually empty his hand this turn. No, dude, I read your joke. I straight up read your joke. Oh dear. We'll make him cry. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, yeah. So then we go ahead and drop Plague Crafter, make him. Yep, I will sacrifice Plague Crafter. He'll discard a Lightning Strike, and then we'll make him discard a Lightning Strike.
Mind is a terrific thing to
I built it. I was at work and I was just thinking about what to do about discard or how to get Davriel working, and I was trying to do it in mono black so that there wasn't any need for any kind of crazy lands. And then I was like, oh, actually, I didn't see anything that was like fantastic. The thing is, like, I thought I only like ticked him down like twice. I don't know why he doesn't have any loyalty. No, I don't know why he didn't have enough loyalty to live through that. I just didn't look, I guess. I don't know. All right, Chain Whirler. Yeah, we're gonna be Kaya's Wrath this turn, I think. Depends on what we draw. We get a Duress. Not really the greatest thing in the world. Nah, his side of the board's too valuable. We kill it. This Duress is now a dead card, essentially, because if he gets anything we can use it on, he'll cast it immediately. Plague Crafter sounds fantastic. As soon as we get another Davriel down, we'll be doing okay. that's not Davriel, that's a Kai's Wrath. Now we just get into the awkward, not what anybody needs draws. Yeah, I'm gonna take the 4 damage. We pass through. He might discard that to try another. Nope, he plays out the Gitsu. I'd hate to Kai's Wrath that, but we might have to. Nope, we cast down. We get a cast down just in time. Yeah. We can drop the Wrath. Alright, so he discards to do that again. I will take the 4 damage. Unfortunately, that puts us on 8. Oh no. Okay. We were doing really well. We might need to look into some card draw options. But I think this is like a decent base to be starting from. Well, Plaguecrafter is just gonna end up sacking himself. So we pass through. If we get a Bellhaunt, I'll be ecstatic. You're not a Bellhaunt. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, we might need to. The thing is too, like, we probably would have had this game won if I hadn't have accidentally killed off Dav. Well, then again, he would have killed Dav with his lightning strike. I don't know. We'd probably be in the same situation no matter what. Well, we'll cast down. Like, a Moment of Craving would have actually been fantastic, but... And, like, everything I have in mana is a sorcery, so if he gets a Lightning Strike, he just top decks a Lightning Strike, he wins. Oh my gosh. This game hates both players. I don't even understand how that happens. Mortify. That doesn't do anybody any good. Oh man. Well, he's drawn 17 mountains in a row. I mean, I'm dead, right? Steamkin. Mortify. No! Stop! Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay, so we're down to 1. Basilica Bellhaunt, come on. All right, it's getting less and less likely that we actually do anything here. Man, I've just got a fistful of stuff that kills creatures and nothing to cast them on. Okay, we died. All right, so we need to adjust this a little bit. We need to adjust this a little bit. But that was working pretty well. It was just. All right, so we need to go back in here and we need to look at this. Okay, so. Duress cast down Moment Craving. How many moments do we have? We have 4 moments. I think we cut a Plaguecrafter and we go up a Moment of Craving. Just because, like, a little bit more life, I think is good. I think we actually need to possibly go down a Kaya's and, like, get some draw in here. Well, the problem is if you cast Plaguecrafter, you have to sacrifice a creature, and so if you don't have one, he sacks himself. Like, that's the only problem with him. We need to look into what planeswalkers do we get? Let's toss in a Sorin Markov, see how that works out. Oh, well, Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, whatever. Oh, we're at 61 cards. Oh shoot. Oh, we wanted to go down to Kaya's Wrath. Yeah. Yeah, Kaya's Wrath might be overkill because we already have the Cry. Yeah, each player. That's one of his, like, he's very flexible, but without like other things to like. It was too good to be true, right? Yeah. No, I think if we just kind of adjust the deck a little bit, just a little bit of fine tuning, I think we can get this to work. Our mana base certainly wasn't the issue. I honestly hope we go against another mono red. All right. Well, we have Dawn of Hope. So, and we have Davriel, and we got some kill. So, we don't get to advance toward our getting them to discard stuff like super quickly, but I think this is still a good hand. Eldest Reborn, that's a thing. Okay, but how about adding Burglar Rat? Yeah, it's it would give you a sack target. It's a possibility. I think another possibility that would give us some good defense is Orzhov Enforcer. Well, this is our only play, so we'll go ahead and run it out. So Orzhov Enforcer is he's an afterlife creature that's 1/2 that has Death Touch. So it can really keep the opponents at bay, and when he dies, if he ends up dying when they run him over eventually, then he gives us an afterlife spirit which can either poke them down or be a sack target for the Playcrafter. So yeah, maybe we go back and we put some Orzhov Enforcers in here. That might be a good one. Burglar Rat could work, but it's the same mana as Orzhov Enforcer, and I think Orzhov Enforcer like controls the board state a little bit better. And since we'd be taking out removal spells to do it, I think maybe that's the way to go. We'll see. All right. He's not going to be gaining any life, so I need 2 black. Oh, we're not going to be able to cry. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to do this. We have Dav, but we don't have anything to protect Dav yet, so we're gonna have to let this go through. Cry will also eventually take care of the Adanto Vanguard, which is nice. That's gonna give him indestructible. We can't have, or well, basically indestructible. We can't have that happening. So we kill it before the Dauntless Bodyguard hits the table. Means Dauntless has to choose the Vanguard, who already has a lot of stuff. 3 mana Edict, I suppose, isn't terrible value. Yeah. All right, so hopefully we get a Swamp here. Swamp is gonna wipe his board state. Excellent. All right, so now we cry. Froosh. Also, you will note that our opponent is currently stuck on 2 land. What's that, another Johnny's Pride mate? Okay, well I can make him sack it. Well, okay, well we can still do this first. Let's take a look at what he's got. Bye-bye, Gideon. No, thank you. We don't want any of what you're selling. I would have gotten terribly greedy. Let him build the board for the turn. Yeah, we were already at 15 life, and I guess mono white, like, you can get run over like so fast. All right, so, well, it's gonna force him to attack Davriel for a while.
Dealing with you would be easier than demon. Empty your mind.
Yes. Empty your mind. And very posh. Now it's Marshall. Okay.
Our contract is voided.
Okay, so we can Bell Haunt now. The other thing too is that this gives us Dawn of Hope gives us whatchamacallit. What do you call it? Oh, card draw, right, card draw. So Eldest Reborn included as a sweeper that grabs There, well, see, it's not a sweeper per se. Like, it forces them to sack a creature. But yeah, it's pretty dang good about that. Grabs their critters on the third counter. So like it makes it like they sacrifice a creature and then like they discard a card and then yeah, we get hopefully one of their things back because they're gonna have bigger value than we are, most likely. Unfortunately hexproof, which is really annoying. We can't cast we can't cast both. I want to cast Davriel, but we really just can't. So we'll go through. Thinking of a different card. No, you're thinking. I think you're thinking of Phyrexian Scriptures. Maybe. Okay, so we should be able to neutralize. All right. So end of his turn, we'll go ahead and cast down his Marshal. Oh, but now we have Sword. No, we Davriel to advance our win condition. Bonk. And the bonking has begun. And he can't afford to attack me yet. Man, if I got land, that would have been cool. So we can cast Sorin. Deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Okay, so we'll just... What's the -1? Oh, right, yeah, the minus is get creatures back. We don't have anything in the graveyard yet. It is hours, right? Get creatures back from hours. From your graveyard, okay. So Sorin can't steal our opponent's dead creatures.
What a whiner.
And unfortunately, Dav does damage on the beginning of our opponent's turn, so... Yeah, Davriel is... yeah, he's really good. Oh, kitty. Ugh. If we just get like... If we just get a land, we can cast Eldest Reborn here. Do you think he's enough as a soul win condition though? Yeah, because like once you kind of trap them into the point to where they really can't do anything else, he's a little fragile, sure, but that's why we have 4 copies of him. And he's not like technically our soul win condition because we do have Dawn of Hope, which eventually will run our opponents over once they have absolutely nothing that they can ever do. So we'll block out the hexproof. 2 damage is going to go through though. Oh, that was a double striker? Oh, no, oh, all right. The animation for first strike versus not first strike always confuses me when the first striker survives. All right. And the best part too about Dawn of Hope is that once you're both out of options, you just keep clicking Dawn of Hope at the end of their turn and making 1/1 life linkers, and like eventually you kind of just play through. So, but yeah, I do think the addition of Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord helps. I think he's anti-aggro. We were talking about potentially changing some of it though. We wanted to try Orzhov Enforcers, I think. So let's take a look at the Orzhov Enforcer. So he's Death Touch, 2-drop. He's a 1/2 with Afterlife. This is certainly a nice anti-aggression tool. That does give us Plaguecrafter's sack targets. Although, like we saw in the previous match, like our opponent just cast all of his stuff, and then he was left with an empty hand. This is definitely like, it's weird to think of this as like, oh yeah, like we want to discard. It's more so that like our win condition is an empty hand of our opponents. So we kind of like weather the storm while also kind of digging his hand out when we can. What could we cut though? We could cut more. We could cut. Did we get away with no Kaya's Wrath? Rely on just Cry? I don't know. I think I want to see how this runs, how this continues to work, just as is. So far, we're winning games in gold, so that's a thing. I say winning games in gold. We won one game. Might be able to cut some of the removal for more aggressive threats. It's possible, but the thing about especially, and again, that might be like overall like the better play, but I think like especially like for like a main deck game one, I think just having a lot of the kind of like the nopes and then just wait till your opponent's hand is empty and then slowly ping them to death is probably reliable. But it's possible that what we actually want to do is like what you're talking about, and maybe have a sideboard with like, I don't know, Lyra. You know, worse than blue players. Maybe. So, Ritual of Soot, Saheeli. Well, this is the point of their deck, so let's get rid of it. Sure, you can cast that. It's dead now. Yeah, pretty much, right? It's as opposed to blue, which is just nope, you're not allowed to cast it. All right. So we'll go to toss down a swamp. All right, they're Grixis. I guess we kind of knew they were playing red from the beginning. We can Dav if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Yeah, we'll Davriel. So he doesn't have anything aggressive that we know about. He's gonna try to find something. Again, we have 4 of these in the deck, so like the first like 2 copies, I feel like we can get away with just kind of like freely casting and down ticking.
Evil outside. Let's tidy up in there.
Why does he have that posh voice? Oh dear. Okay, so we gotta play Crafter. All right, let's go ahead and be proactive and aggressive because I'm a very proactive, aggressive guy. He ionizes it. I'm happy either way, dude. I want you to have no cards in hand, so.
Let me pick your brain for a minute.
I like that one. Let me pick your brain for a little bit. Search for Escanta. We will be mortifying that. All right, and then we'll go ahead and pass through because we want to keep Dav around on that 1 loyalty counter. All right. It's possible the one thing we don't have enough for is actually planeswalkers. Bye-bye, Nicol Bolas. None of that, please. Oh dear. So yeah, we've hit quite a few high-value targets with the discarding. He picks up an Ionize. Yeah, we can Mortify, but that's about it. Alright, so we need him to, like, play some stuff out. Anticipate. Look at the top 3 cards. So, yeah, he might have too much draw for us. He doesn't have a up, though, so he's kind of stuck. Is there any good Planeswalker removal in Spark that would be nice to add? So, the Elder spell, it would be hilarious. It's only 2 black, and you could literally eat every Planeswalker on the board, and then take 2 loyalty counters for each one you destroy, and pop it onto like Davriel, and then down tick their face. So. Yeah, I think we're at a point now where we might just lose. I was thinking about possibly going. Oh, he's gonna bedevil, possibly soon. Although Dav is on 1 loyalty. All right. Well, if I can get him to bedevil a 1 loyalty Dav, I think that's a win for us. But no, this is dirty control. Like you can't believe. Oh, that's old Ral. Oh, he might really beat the crap out of us if we don't. Yeah, I don't think we can do much with to him. Well. Yep, gets ionized. I think we're dead. I think we are actually dead. Yeah, I don't know why. Never like planeswalkers just haven't been an issue when I was playing. Like the shell that I built this deck around, like it was kind of like it never really ran up against planeswalkers. So either that or I was running Razka's Contempt and it didn't matter. Down tick dispenser discards. Well, the thing about is once he's gone, then like the other ability doesn't matter. So like the discarding. The thing is though, he has 8 loyalty. He's about to emblem. We have nothing to stop it. We have no more win conditions from here, so we just concede from here. All right, so maybe we found a little bit of a weakness to the deck that we need to work out. Certainly, if we just kind of go down. Because Plaguecrafter actually hits Planeswalkers as well. Each player sacrifices a creature or Planeswalker. Each person, if they don't, then they discard a card. So maybe we go down, cast down, we go up Plaguecrafter, and then we put in 3 Vraska's. Gives us some more life gain as well. So I kind of like that. The Elder Spell is a bit cheeky, and like the thing is, it's going to be a dead card to us a lot of times. So I feel like the Elder Spell would be like a good sideboard for this deck, but I don't think in best of one, I don't think Elder Spell would be like particularly great because if it ends up being a dead card, I don't know. Let's try it like this. This gives us at least a hope of like actually dealing with stuff like that. What time is it? Okay, it's only 6 o'clock. Curiosity. Do you know which cosmetics were rewards for the season? For the season we're currently in, I really don't know. And last season, I know for ending in gold, I got some, maybe was it Lightning Strike or I don't know. I got a premium Wizard's Lightning, I think it was maybe. I don't think they're random. I'm pretty sure they are specific. I think you could check it in the list. I don't like this 3 white. I prefer the double black to the. All right. Unfortunately, Dav, you're gonna have to wait your turn. We do need to get into a plains here soon. No, I don't think they're random. I think if you just look in the rewards section, I think it'll tell you. Okay, good. We got a plains. Monument's Folly. This is 100% Sultai mid-range. Like, well, I say 100%. Let's take a look. Yep, it's Sultai mid-range. All right, so they've got. Okay, they've got. Yeah, all the things you would expect. They don't have any green mana yet. Okay. I think we can do all right. The thing is, they're going to have a decent amount of card draw. Oh, they did get green. Okay. Well, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. I'm not crazy enough. Okay, but we do want to play the plains in case we draw another white source next turn. But no, I'm not going to mortify a Llanowar Elf. I'm not the people that play against me, for Pete's sake. People hate Llanowar Elf, like. Sultai. I haven't heard that. It's Sultai is one of the shards. It's black, green, blue, black, green, blue. Although I don't know how much blue this person's running. It might just be straight Golgari. I just assume it's Sultai because like nobody plays Golgari right now. It's like everyone splashes the blue in wet Golgari basically. Let's see. So they got land, I think. They've got two of those. They don't have any like massive threats. Do we save the Mortify? Let's save Mortify. Alright, so we get a Plague Crafter. We can force them to sack. I don't know if we actually win by doing that though. So we'll just pass. Practically dead cards, yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's running blue in this. He's also running like pretty much all basic lands, so. Oh, he's literally running the old. He's running the old Golgari from like Guilds of Ravnica. Okay, so now he can sack that to kill an enchantment, which. So we want to kill the Brontodon before. We want to kill that too. All right, so I think, yeah, we let that hit. We mortify Kaya top deck. Yeah, if only, right? Although Kaya's Wrath wouldn't be helpful here because we would actually need an extra white mana. It's white, white, black, black. All right, so we have a Davriel. He's just, if we throw out the Plague Crafter, he's just going to sacrifice his Murph or his Jadelight Ranger. Okay. We might have to like contempt. It would be a terrible use of contempt, but we might have to do it. We might have to contempt his oh, we'll be contempting Galta. This is why you always wait to cast instants at the very last second. You don't just get like all excited and run out and cast them. All right. And we gotta Cry the Carnarium. So that's like decent. Okay. In response to your Galta, I'll be contempting your elf. Alright. Yeah, the Brontodon is being annoying. Okay, so we get enough to cast a couple of different things. If we just throw out that, he can sacrifice the Brontodon to kill it. So, but if we cast the Bellhaunt, he's just going to cast a Chupacabra. Alright, well I would love to do more than one play. But we can't, so we're gonna have to do it this way. Okay. If we're lucky, he'll just play out the Chupacabra, thinking that we don't like path creatures. Oh no, he gets Galta back. What? Oh. Why didn't he get Galta back? Oh, God, remove Galta from the game. Right, exile. Okay. Alright, so this is unfortunate. This is decent. Alright, well, it'll clear the board state, so we'll go ahead and do it. Are there creatures in graveyards? Plague Crafter is in a graveyard. So let's say you weren't set on making this a budget deck. Are there other rare mythics to combo in mind? Off the top of my head, not really. I mean, obviously you could go the Esper route and get Thought Erasure in here. But if you do that, like you would want to have like you would need the lands. if you were gonna go that route. Okay, so Steel Leaf Champion's gonna be really bad for us when it eventually hits us. He's running Duress. What the heck? Did he like look at Rock from the old days? You're not supposed to run discard, baby. That's not how this works. Grixis could be cool because you could run things like Carnival Carnage. All right, so he's down to that. We have only 5 lands. All right, well. Okay, what? I had cancel? Oh, right, I never had that. Okay. Shoot. I guess we just toss out Plaguecrafter? No, let's throw in Dav. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll remove his Chupacabra from the game.
You'll be needing that.
I feel like the info alone is worth it for the 1 black, let alone taking the big throw. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, Duress is great. I just get surprised by it when it's in the opponent's deck in a Golgari deck, because like most people don't run Duress main deck in this archetype at the moment. It's a really great card though. Like it's fantastic scouting. Even if like you don't hit anything, like it's great. And chances are you're going to be hitting something like really good. So the exchange rate on Duress is really great early game. Later it loses value over time, but it still can be really good. Unfortunately, I showed yeah. And you don't feel like you have to play around. So, yeah, sure. All right. What good does he have in here? Well, we can get back Ravenous Chupacabra, which would be hilarious. The only other option is Plaguecrafter. So I think we get Chupacabra.
Time to run.
Okay. So we get Chupacabra. And we kill that off. Still can't cast that yet. Which sucks. We cast Plaguecrafter. We sacrifice the Chupacabra. Alright. He's gonna throw down Steel Leaf Champion now. Man, I really just need a white land so bad. Need a white land. He doesn't have 3 green. Oh, good point. So we're in the same freaking position. So he's gonna cast a Brontodon instead. All right. Yeah, I just. Are you serious? All right, so we have a massive problem. We have to chump the Brontodon. We just don't have an option. Well. Oh. Okay, we're like probably dead. Are we just dead? Because we can't cast Kaya's Wrath on 1 card. Okay, alright, we're not dead. We're not gonna live for very long, but we're not dead yet. This could be the most epic comeback of all time. All right, well, I don't want to take 5 damage. Oh gosh, do you block or do you not block? So if I block, he can kill me next turn. And if I don't, he can probably kill me next turn, but we have the the potential of drawing another Basilica Bellhaunt. Yes! Let's do it! We have 5 life, no attacks. So now we can double block if he swings. Oh, the heart of the cards are coming through for us. All right. All right. Now we're at a stalemate. Let's do this, buddy. No attacks. If he'd attacked with his Bronzodon as well, he would have like probably like, well, he would have been closer to winning the game at least. If he just doesn't attack with his Bronzodon though. Duress, fantastic. We don't need that. We'll cast it next turn. Oh. Well, it's not over yet. We can top deck a Kaya's Wrath. You never know. We top decked Kaya's Wrath. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, the heart of the cards. Oh, all right. Oh, I didn't cast Duress. Shoot. I should have cast Duress. It's a Wild Growth Walker. We kill it. I should have waited until after his next main phase, but we kill it. It's not a green counterspell. That's for sure. What is in your hand? Let me see. It's cast down. Not anymore. Alright, we have a Vraska's Contempt. We have protection. I will cast down your cast down, sir. Yes. If we get Dawn of Hope, we're like pretty much golden, because then we can just sit there and just pump out soldiers until we ping him to death. Alright. Yeah, this is one of the reasons, like, if he was running, like, Sultai instead of Golgari, he would be looking at, doing, yeah, that's what you should be doing, holding back one land to make them think you possibly have something. He should have been playing, he should have played the land I knew about, not the land I didn't know. I guess he maybe wanted more green on the table, I don't know. But like that, this card is no longer doing anything for him.
My mission is more valuable than your life.
Yeah, so Vraska, meet yourself. Oh, he gets a chance to... He got priority to do that. Shoot, he might win now. Never mind. Moment of craving. Essentially, yes, she just committed suicide. Oh, please. No, Carnage Tyrant! No! No! Sword Markov. Oh, gosh. How much loyalty does he start with? Starts with 4. Oh, crud. Okay, so, well, we can get back a Basilica Bellhaunt? I can't tick up, is the thing. Because if I tick up, he'll just punch him in the face. And then throw it on a Carnage Tyrant. So we go down for 4. Oh man, see the then Carnage Tyrant comes down. So we have to top deck another Kaya. Yeah, not likely. Well, we can keep ourselves in it slightly. We can't do anything about the hexproof. so we block. We're at 10 life. It's gonna take him 2 turns to kill us. Man, we were doing really well. Yeah, eventually he just had more threats than we had answers. Yeah, I think like for a like very hastily thrown together budget deck, I think it performs decent. It just now see if only he didn't have that in play, or we like drew another kill spell, we could like play both of them out and he'd be forced to sack the Carnage Tyrant. As it is, we just give it GG. It was fun. Fun playing it for sure. We have enough time for like one more game, I think. So I'm gonna go swap back to the Grixis list. Do some of that there. Nicol, Bolas. Okay, see you, Regil. Yeah, man. Anytime. Well, anytime at 5 o'clock on weekdays. All right. Well, we have land and a duress, so I'm going to keep. Fiery Cannonade. Not going to do a darn thing against us. Like literally, not right? Like, it'll hit Thief. We'll hit their opposite. I don't know what they're doing with this. Is it Pile? That's pretty much what they're running. From the looks of it, we don't have to worry about creatures because they're running sweepers. And pretty much no one that runs sweepers runs. Alright, so we're gonna throw out the Watery Grave. Yeah, not having one of our big like victory conditions just kind of like sitting there ready to go is a little bit goofy. But okay. All right. So we're just gonna kind of continue to play slow, play lands, because that's literally all we can do. We have 2 forms of creature kill in our hand. Sahili Ra? Like, is it Sahili? It's what? It's blue, blue, black? Blue, blue, black 2. Last I checked, that was 5, or, yeah, 5. Why can't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why can I not cast this? Does it require a creature to cast on? Interesting. Okay. Pass through. So that means I need to, if they cast a creature at all, I need to not kill it on their turn. It's a bit frustrating if they're not going to play creatures. As we could certainly do with the Amass. Alright, well I don't wanna do I want well, I can't even do that. Hunter's tap. So I could play this. It's gonna make him fire a Cannonade immediately. Alright, whatever. Okay, he shocks. Alright. Two control decks. 2 immovable objects sitting slightly apart from each other. Not really interacting. Come on, put a Planeswalker out or something. Well, he cast that on his turn, which means he ain't doing nothing else. I guess we just drop Bolas. Good chance he double fiery cannonades. Just to clear. If he doesn't, I'll probably just flip Bolas into his other form and start working. Because it doesn't look like he has much. But I suspect he's gonna burn the ever-loving snot out of him. Oh, yeah, okay, Lava Coil. Instant sorcery cast lasts whenever you cast an instant sorcery, put a charge counter. Alright. Okay. Very annoying. Oh, okay. If this is a sit around and wait to cast a giant Banefire deck, I'm gonna be super annoyed. Thank God he cast a creature. Alright. My turn. Do 4 damage. Target player. Well, I can't God Eternal twice. I can't enter the God Eternals twice, so we'll just non-kicker to kill off Kefnet. So he's back on top, like near the top of his library again. You forget that other people can play God cards, because I just haven't seen anybody really do it. Never been on the other end of a God card before, so this will be interesting. Okay, so he's gonna be drawing it soon, I think? Oh, he uses Blink of an Eye to kill off the army. Makes sense. Alright. Cast Kefnet again. Guess what? I have the same trick. This. What is it? Okay. Shuffles their graveyard into their library, draw a card. Okay. Like, I don't recur spells. I could make him bounce it. I don't want to do that, because then he'll just cast again. Oh dear. Okay, so that goes back into his library. Is he going to bounce my... He cast a Healy, okay.
Today I craft my victory.
Like, eventually I'll draw through to my planeswalkers and the things will get kind of awesome. Just gonna get Kefnet again. Yeah, he's got Kefnet again. Dealing 5 damage to Kefnet is gonna be really, really tough. He copies. Maybe we need to make sure we have like planeswalkers in our opening hand in order to win. Alright, well.
I knew you needed my help. That smell. Oh.
Ooh, this is juicy. Alright, so we thought erase the Kefnet. Yeah, that's fine. So Kefnet not hitting the board means he can't recur anymore. So we've just dealt with one God Eternal. He probably has more Kefnet in there. I mean, it would be silly if he only was running one Kefnet. Starting to eat away at our life that was buffed up from Enter the God Eternals. Roll a mission. Oh, he does have things to shuffle back from his graveyard into his deck. So, for some reason, he had targeted us with the shuffle thing before, but I don't, maybe he'll be doing it to himself later. Oh, he probably wanted to make sure he wanted to thin out his deck more before he started doing that. Okay, yeah, now he's gonna shuffle his deck back into... Okay. Yeah, he's to clear the mind now, okay. That's fine, we're not looking to mill him or anything like that, so... It does mean there's a chance that he'll get Kefnet again soon, so we need to worry about that. So we kill Saheeli. They lightning strike my face. It's fine.
Live to fight another day.
Sit back and watch it burn.
Okay. Oh no, I don't have the mana to cast it. Shoot. That means I just exile that for good. Dang it. Yeah, I guess you really should be doing the uptick first. Crud. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn the deck. And the deck, you need to do the uptick on Chandra first. You can't really be waiting around. Man, I just threw away one of our big... Alright. I could Tyrant Scorn. Nah. Let it roll through. Alright, now we uptick at the start of our turn instead of doing it later.
Light it up.
Light it up! Alright, so... Nicol Bolas. Out. see what happens here. They blink it. Dang it. Oh man, they blinked Chandrick with the double. They might just be too far ahead of us now at this point. Oh, well, no, it's the last one. I don't want to, like, bail this, like, kind of theoretically early in the match, but I just don't think this is a good one for us. At least the way it played out, I don't think.
Wanna go, tough guy? No problem. Fire can't solve.
I like it. There's no problem fire can't solve. Oh dear. That's our Chandra. Alright. Where did he get more of those? Alright, we're dead. Oh, okay, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that one. I think we just needed more of our discard and we needed more of our heavy hitting planeswalkers earlier. And we just kind of had that kind of like, oh, we had all our kill, and they had nothing to kill. So, but yeah, I will have to run. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out, playing a little bit of budget, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll be back next week. I have no idea what the competitive metagame challenge. What is this? Bring your constructed deck and play a best of 3 matches. You'll receive rewards based on how many you win. So this is just a fairly cheap constructed event. So I guess the idea is bring your decks, check it out, see what they're doing, see what the meta is. I find it interesting that they decided to use Chain Whirler for the current competitive metagame. You would think that the competitive metagame would be something from War of the Spark. They're like, nope, Chain Whirler. Chain Whirler is the most meta card of all time. So, all right. We go to profile. We look season rewards. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say what they are, does it? One card style. Yeah, it might be random. I don't know. We had the question earlier, this thing, so I wanted to look into that briefly. All right, later, dudes.